Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got some serious Hollywood drama to unpack. Disney's live action Snow White. Yes, it's hitting theaters here at the end of this week. But as usual, there's a storm brewing surrounding this movie. And it's not a good kind of storm either. Dwarf actors are planning a protest outside of Disney Studios because, get this, they didn't hire actual dwarfs to play the seven dwarfs. Yeah, you heard that right. Grab your popcorn, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive into this crazy story. So, got a couple different stories pulled up here. One is from Breitbart, the other one is from That Park Place. Thank you to these wonderful individuals, John Nolte and M. Montanero, in putting these stories out there. So, here's the deal. Disney has been hyping up this $300 million plus, more like nearly $500 million, live action Snow White remake starring Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot. Now, me, I'm hoping the Queen wins in this movie just because of all the controversy surrounding the movie itself and Rachel Zegler. But there's a massive catch. Instead of casting dwarf actors to play the iconic seven dwarfs, you know, Sleepy, Dopey, Grumpy, and the gang, they decided to go with CGI dwarfs. Yep, computer-generated little guys. And dwarf actors are not, and I repeat, not happy about it. According to an article from Breitbart, again, put out by John Nolte, they're organizing a protest outside Disney Studios to call out what they're calling a total travesty. One actress, Ali Chapman, who herself is a dwarf, said it's tough enough to get roles in Hollywood as a little person, and her husband, who was born to play Dopey, apparently added that they've been totally shut out. I mean, think about it. You have a live action movie called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and no dwarf actors? Well, how does this even happen? Well, you can thank Peter Dinklage for that. This all started back when Peter Dinklage, you know, the guy from Game of Thrones, I think he was also in X-Men Days of Future Past, heard about the remake. And he went off on a podcast saying it was hypocritical for Disney to cast a Latino Snow White for diversity points, but still make what he called a backward story about dwarfs living in a cave. Now, he's not wrong about the optics, but here's the twist. Disney freaked out, scrapped the dwarf idea in its entirety, and then replaced them with these weird, full-sized magical beings, which we later found out weren't actually going to be the replacement. They're the bandits, and I think they still do appear in the movie. So, photos leaked, the internet lost its mind, and let's face it, the seven magical beings, they look like hipster baristas, not dwarfs. In fact, there was only one dwarf in the photo that was released at the Daily Mail a couple years ago. And then Disney decided, once again, after the outrage, to produce CGI dwarfs. So here's the kicker. Instead of hiring real dwarf actors who could use the work, they decided to go digital. The protest organizer told The Standard, if Hollywood's about inclusion, why not cast talented little people? And honestly, that's the $1 million question. Now, this isn't even Disney's only problem with Snow White. Oh, no. The movie's already a PR disaster. Rachel Zegler, who plays Snow White, has spent the last few years trashing the original 1937 classic, calling it outdated, and she called the prince a stalker. Some of you may remember that video where she did this. Weird. Fans aren't thrilled. And the trailers over on YouTube, well, they're sitting at over 1 million downvotes each. In fact, last time I checked, each trailer was about 1.5 million downvotes, which is a big ouch. Plus, with the budget ballooning well past 300 million, remember, my opinion, it's probably closer to $500 million. With the reshoots, and early box office projections are a grim, and I mean grim, $53 million opening weekend grim. For a Disney blockbuster, that is a total catastrophe. And let's not forget, this comes after Captain America Brave New World, which has turned out to be a big bust. It's almost like they're trying to tank their own brand at this point. Maybe Bob Iger, who's leaving in 2026, just wants to leave Disney a dumpster fire as he heads out the door. Meanwhile, you got dwarf actors out there saying, hey, all we want is a shot. So what do you think? Is Disney dropping the ball by not casting dwarf actors? Or is this just another overblown controversy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into Hollywood's latest mess, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next one. Snow White hits theaters this weekend, so we'll see if it's a fairy tale ending or a total flop. Until next time, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next video.